welcome back to Quiz Mindset. If this is your first time clicking on our channel, welcome. We definitely are very happy to have you here. This channel, we talk about business, we talk about personal stuff that is very intimate. We love to have conversations on the important, critical topics out there. And if you stay around, you'll see how much we inspire, we uplift, and we encourage. Is targeted towards women, but men are all free to join us. And my name is Kamisha, so thanks for stopping by. Okay, so today we're actually going to be talking about, what should I term it? Don't be his wife when you're only his girlfriend. That's the topic for today. So before we go any further and we get into it, I want you to do me one small favor, and that is to like, share, and subscribe. Welcome back. Now that you have done that, let's go right into it. So don't be his wife when you're only his girlfriend. This is critical. Let me tell you why it's so critical. Because I've watched several women out there, play the role as wife. So hey, I'm dating this guy. We're going out. We're not together yet. We're not even a couple as yet, but we are dating. We're getting to know each other, and yet now I am sleeping over by him. Now I am cooking him lunch. I'm doing dinner. I'm washing his clothes. I'm cleaning the house. I'm doing all of these things because I'm a good woman. Now listen to me. Listen to me. If you want something, imagine this, picture this. If you want something from the supermarket and the supermarket is just outside your door, would you leave from where you are to go all the way down the road to go to the supermarket to get the things that is in that supermarket when you have everything you need at your disposal right there? No, you wouldn't. You simply wouldn't, because you're getting everything right here. So it's like, okay, why would I cook if I have somebody to cook for me? Why would I clean if I have somebody to clean for me? Why would I have to wash if I have somebody to do that for me? And most women are thinking, I'm a good woman, so I'm gonna do these things for him. I'm gonna cook for him. I'm gonna clean for him. I'm gonna, do everything, make sure everything is perfect for him. And he's thinking, yeah, I got a woman who can do all this stuff for me. But do you think he's in a hurry to get married? No, because when you get married, you're going to do the same things that has already been done. Because most men are thinking, you know what, when I get a wife, these are things that I can have done all the time. But if I'm getting them right here, right now, then I don't have to be in a haste. I don't have to be in a hurry. I don't have to think about marriage right now, because you're doing every single thing for me. Everything that marriage is supposed to be, I'm having it at the level of dating, at the level of just simply saying you're my girlfriend. No, ladies, you cannot devalue yourself like this. Why am I talking about this to you guys today? Because I need women to understand their value, understand their worth, understand that you matter so much, understand that you are more than enough, and never belittle yourself, and stop doing these things because we think this is the only way we get to keep a man. That very person said on many occasions, if you want to keep him, get pregnant for him. No, sweetie, you're creating problems for yourself. Getting pregnant for him doesn't mean that he's going to stay. Many men have gotten women pregnant and they still left. They didn't stay around. They weren't interested. So don't do that to yourself. And then we sit and we're having the girl chats like, I don't understand. I've been with him for 10 years and he never yet looked at me and said he wants to marry me. But why? Because everything that he wanted you're doing right now, and he doesn't have to do anything major. So it's like, okay, I'm having everything, there's nothing different. But then you'll hear him say, you will hear that he's dating someone else or talking to someone else, and then you're thinking, am I not good enough? I'm not, because sweetie, you gave him everything. You didn't leave anything back for him to wonder or ponder about. You handed everything over to him immediately. And we are thinking, okay, I'm doing this because this is how a woman should do. A woman should be able to take care of a man. A woman should be able to take care of her husband. Don't mix it up. Her husband, not her man, not her boyfriend, not somebody she's dating. It doesn't mean that you don't care for them, so maybe you don't probably cook a one-off meal for them or do something nice for them. Nothing is wrong with that. But the challenge is when you are consistently doing that for them, and now you have moved from the status of a girlfriend to a mother. You're pampering them, you're doing everything for them, and you forget all about your needs because you're so much in love and you want them to be able to see you like this, you want them to talk to you like this. No, hold up a second. The other thing is, we're jumping into relationships and we don't even know what the relationship is. Is this something that God wants for me? Is this something that is right for me right now? Have I already prayed about it? Is this what God is leading me to? Does he have the qualities, or does he fit into my destiny? Does he fit into the things that God has called me to be or called me to do? Where does he fit in? Or is it just because he's attractive and he has money, so let's do this? You have to think about these things. Is he adding some form of value to your life? Is he forcing you to develop? Is he forcing you to stretch yourself to become the best you possible? Do you find that he's there and he's supporting your dreams and supporting your goals and right there hand in hand with you, that you're able to support him as well? Are you guys compatible? No, there is a lady, and I cannot remember her name right now, but there's a lady, she is a relationship coach. She's not a relationship coach. I think that she is a doctor. I'll find her name and I'll drop it somewhere up here so you guys can see it. But she had a very interesting explanation of why it doesn't work. So we run into relationships, we want it to work so badly, and then when it doesn't work, we blame ourselves and we find other ways of trying to, question ourselves. Why did this not work? Is something wrong with me? Maybe I keep picking the wrong person. Why am I always attracting this person? And we go on and go on without recognizing that first we have to have an understanding as to where we want to go, so we know, okay, this is the type of relationship that I want. And here's the other thing. Right, before I get into the lady's explanation, here's another thing, is that we keep saying, people are saying, okay, I want a man that has this. He must have money, he must be, he must be set up, he must be ready, he must be developed, he must have a business, or he must have this, or he must have that. But then the question is, what are you doing? Are you doing anything to develop yourself? But we're just sitting there, we're just calling things off the list. He must be tall, he must have money, he must have this job, he must own a business, he must go this place, he must be family to this person, he must look like this. But what about you? What are you bringing? Like, see, when we go into relationships and we are looking for so much from the next individual, it means that we are not seeing the value in ourselves. We're not bringing something to the table. Always sit at the table with something. Don't sit at the table and wait for crumbs. Sit at the table when you brought a meal that you can share. But don't sit at the table and expect, okay, let's wait and see what happens. No, you're devaluing yourself. You have so much more to offer. You don't just have petty stuff to offer. And the other thing is this cycle, it stems from the way in which how we interact, how we socialize, how we came up, our environment, how our parents taught us to love, how our people around us taught us to love, and what is acceptable and what's not, and that's why we react that way. No, one of the things that she talks about, and I totally got it when she said it, is compatibility. You want to be careful. You want to make sure that when you go into a relationship that you are compatible. You are compatible with the person that you are dating, the person that you. Some people are going into relationships and they're thinking, okay, let's do this, but you're dating with the intention of just dating. Don't date with the intention of just dating. I would like to think that when you meet someone, the intention is to be married, if that is what you want. But otherwise, why am I spending so much time with someone and not looking to marry them at the end of it all? Why am I investing my time that I'm not going to get back because I'm just trying to get to know you? No, sweetie, if I want to get to know you, read a book, watch a movie, do something, but not spending time and just nothing is happening at the end of the day. So you're telling me you're in a relationship we've been in a relationship for about 5-7 years, and you don't know if you want to marry me right now? You don't know if I'm the one for you, but you stick around for 7 years, 5 years, 10 years, and you're not sure? What is it that you're not sure about? Why is it now that you're not recognizing you're not sure? So you are wasting time all that time. What we're doing, getting to know each other for 10 years, for 7 years? No, you're wasting your time and you're wasting your life, and I make no apologies about that, because it doesn't make sense to just stick around because you're just waiting to see what can happen, waiting for him to change, waiting for her to change, waiting for a sign, waiting for no, stop wasting your time, because you're not going to get back those years. And then we're so worried about, oh my gosh, if I move on now, if let's say 10 years with this relationship, I don't know if I have another 10 years to start all over again. I don't know, how can I live without him? How can I move on without her? What do I do? I know, for me to say it, you may say, okay, Kamisha, you're just saying that because you're not in that situation. It sounds easier said than done. Maybe it is, but it definitely can be done, where you can say, okay, this is it. Are we going somewhere with this relationship? Are you looking to marry me at the end of the time? What is it? Let's discuss this. Is it that you're waiting because you want to put things in place? What is it? Let's discuss that. And I'm not saying to give a person an ultimatum, because I don't believe in giving persons ultimatums. Ultimatums? I call the word right? Oh, we'll fix that too. But I don't believe in giving persons an ultimatum where you're telling them this has to happen by this time, and if it doesn't happen by this time, I'm gone. I'm not saying to do that. But what I'm saying is that to set the record straight, let them know what you expect. And if you have no expectations, that is scary. You need to have some sort of expectations for your life. But if you don't have any, it's okay. Let's try to figure out what it is you want to do. We wrote that path, and let's work on that and see how best we can fix that up, right? But one of the things that the lady said, and I keep missing it because I have so much to share with you guys, is that in that compatibility, she talked about compatibility. Her explanation of it was, okay, let's say you have a square. So you have a square and you have a circle. Now you take that circle and you place that circle into that square. Now when you have that circle into that square, and I'm going to add that somewhere in this video that you can see, you add that circle into the square, you will recognize, of course, when you put a circle into a square, it's not going to capture the whole square, because it's a circle, and a circle is different from a square. So when a circle goes into the square, you're going to see by the four corners that you have areas that are left out. Now these areas that are left out are areas that are not compatible with you two. So yes, you're being filled with the things that are in the circle, because the circle is in the square. So in your relationship, certain things are good. So yes, he's a good provider. Yes, he is a good communicator, but he has a challenge with his money, and that's a problem for you. He has a challenge in the way how he treats. He does not know how to treat you properly, in the way how he speaks to you. So, and those are the things that are on the outer side that you're not compatible with. And those are the reasons, and that is the scariest place to be in a relationship. And guys, I'm not a relationship expert. I'm just telling you based on my research, based on what I've been educated about thus far. But those are the reasons why your relationships are not working, because if you don't have those things on the outer side of the square, if those things that are on the outer side are not things that both of you guys share, both of you guys have in common, that makes you compatible, then yes, that's not going to work. You're going to have problems all the time. And this is the scariest place to be. Why is it the scariest place to be? Is because you keep thinking, okay, he has potential. Listen, I'm laughing because I'm talking about myself here. Okay, he has potential. Okay, it's going to work. I just need to give him some time. I just need this to happen, and maybe I can show him this, or I can explain this, and maybe we can talk about it a bit more. No honey, it's just not going to work. It's fine, just leave it alone. It's not going to work. He's not going to fit into that circle, because you are a circle and he is a square. So what you need to do is to find another circle so that you guys can complete each other, when you guys fit in with each other, because squares go with squares and circles go with circles. And if it's a triangle, then a triangle will go with a triangle, and that's just how it is. It just does not work. So you keep trying to find a way to make it work, because you're living off of the fact that he has the potential to be something. So you're seeing the way in which how he could be or she could be, because you're seeing certain traits that can possibly begin to develop, and and they can become, because this is a vision that you have for them, and they don't have a vision. They don't have that vision for themselves. So that's why it's not working. So you're forcing yourself then to become a wife at the level of a girlfriend, where you're just pretty much at the entry level, girlfriend level. But you want to be a wife, so you're thinking, let's act like a wife, let's do things like a wife until you become a wife, but that's not the case. You get what I'm saying? So you want to be careful in those things that you know, and sometimes these things can be so subtle, and you may not even recognize that this is something that you're doing because you came up seeing this happen. You saw your parents do this. You saw people within your family do this as it relates to relationships. So you're thinking this is the norm. This is what we do. When you have a man, you do these things for him, and this is how it works, and da da da. And then before you know it, it's all down the line. Now, one more thing I want to address before I go. I do not understand, right, why we believe that as soon as we start talking to someone, that the first thing that has to happen is sex. No. And this is not because I am a Christian, this is not because I'm saying, I'm thinking you want to spend some time in getting to know that person. Because giving yourself to someone is a serious thing, because people don't understand that they are soul ties. And you don't just want to, okay, I'm talking to you, we're talking for 2 minutes, and then let's go, let's have sex, because oh my god, you're so attractive, so I need to get down to this right away. No. Especially for women. And stop fooling yourself that it's only sex, it doesn't matter. It does matter, because you're very emotional and it's going to affect you later down the line. He's thinking that this was just sex, it didn't mean anything, and then for you, you're thinking, oh, I actually wanted to have a relationship. I'm thinking that maybe we'll get married. I'm thinking that we'll live together, we'll have babies together, and you have all of these ideas in your head about how you want things to go. You can see us going this place and that place together. He's my boyfriend, he's my husband, and so on and so forth. But he's just thinking like, yeah, like, I just want you. I ain't interested in that. So you have to be careful before you start doing things and then begin to backpedal and then tell yourself, well, it's okay. But then what's happening is that because we don't value our bodies enough, we begin to rack up bodies, behaving like we're a mark. So we're racking up bodies, and then afterwards we're wondering, why is it that you're in so much pain? Why do I have so much that I need to heal from? You know, why is this thing bothering me and consuming me in such a way that it is? Why is it that I'm so emotionally hurt? And you're just in a mess because you're in a cycle. And then the funniest thing about it is that you create those cycles over and over and over again. And then we say these things to ourselves, I don't understand, but somehow I just keep picking the wrong one. You're not picking the wrong one, you're attracting them. You are attracting them to you because this is what you expect. This is your level of mentality, the way in which you understand relationships to go. So you're attracting those types of persons into your life. And when they come, they're coming in different shapes and forms and disguising themselves. And you're thinking this could possibly be it. And then this thing about being a hopeless romantic, you gotta slow down on that. Because yes, you can be hopeless romantic or hopeful romantic, however you want to term it. But it does not mean that because you are someone who believes in love, that you just give yourself to anyone who comes knocking at your door. So then by the end of the year, you racked up 12 men, had a different man every month. You know, how do you feel about that? And I'm not targeting anyone, so please don't be offended. I'm just speaking because I want you to get it. I want you to understand that this is not the way to live. You know, everybody's searching for something out there, and everybody's searching for love. And people are searching for love in different areas and in different forms. But you gotta be careful, because what you're doing is very dangerous. If you're doing this, you can't open up yourself to persons like this and think that this is not gonna affect me, because it affects you. It may not affect you right away, but later down when the noise is being quieted, you recognize that these are all things that affected me. These are all things that bothered me. These are all things that I had challenges with, and they're affecting different areas of my life. So I find that I'm so emotional. The slightest thing someone says to me, I'm upset about it. The slightest things that happen, I don't know how to react. You know, I'm angry. I'm a bit aggressive. What we say, I'm sharp. So your responses are sharp, because you're not really angry at what is happening. You're angry at all the other things that has happened that you have allowed to happen. You have the power to change it, but you have to be willing to change it. You have to be ready to say this is enough. Okay? So now, like the lady also said in her video, when she talks about the law of attraction, when she talks about attracting persons, you may be a color red, but you send the signal as a color purple. So only the color purple will attract you, because purple attracts purple. But beneath all of that, you're actually red. Now, what am I doing with all these colors and all these other analogies? Okay, so here's what I'm saying. So the type of person that you may be showcasing or you may be showing, that may not be who you are on the outer. That may just be what they say on the outer surface. That has nothing to do with what is inside. What's inside of you, who you really are. But you are someone that you've been hurt before. You've been through a lot emotionally, and you don't know how to deal with it. So this is the color that you depict, but really and truly you are red, meaning that you are a different type of person on the inside. And because you camouflage that with the purple, honey, only purple will follow you and not red. So what you need to do is hold up a minute, take a step back, learn to love yourself, spend some time with yourself, date yourself, and I can't say this enough. Get to know yourself, spend time in prayer with God, asking for a sense of direction. Who should I, where should I go from here? Before you just decide to just jump right into a relationship, spend time alone. Take back the cookie to the cookie jar. You don't have to give it up. You don't have to give it up. Quiet the noise on that for a bit, and then just focus on yourself. Focus on developing yourself. Focus on becoming a better you. Develop yourself in all areas of your life. Spend time with yourself. Fall in love with yourself, because when you begin to love yourself, it becomes a lot easier for someone to love you, because you love yourself, you understand yourself, you know what you stand for, you know what you believe in, you know what you're worth, you understand your value. So people cannot just decide that they're just going to show up and do anything to you, because you are in control of your life and how it happens. So I just wanted to stop by today very quickly and just share a few thoughts with you. Know your name and figure out what that means for you, and if you're comfortable with it or not. And don't be afraid to step up and say, this is not it for me. Yes, I've been with you for 7 years, but if you don't know where you want to go from here, then I'm not going to waste any more time. Don't be afraid to start over. It's fine if you start over. Maybe you get a chance to really know yourself and learn yourself and love yourself and cherish yourself and know your value, understand your worth. Don't be afraid to do that, because you may meet the you that you've been waiting for. So don't be afraid to do that. Stop settling. Stop allowing these men to come and just share things with you that they think that you want to hear, that they think is things that you're waiting to hear from them, because you're giving them the signal, the signal that you don't know that you're giving them, and they're saying, okay, this is what she wants to hear, this is what she's interested in, so I'm going to share this with her, I'm going to talk about this, or let's do this so that I can get the cookie and then it'll be gone. You don't want to do that, because that brings a lot of emotional trauma for you. You don't want to do that at all. So I just wanted to stop by, like I said, to share just a few insights with you in terms of my stance as it relates to being a girlfriend versus being a wife, and where I stand on that. So I'm happy that you've been able to join me today and you've been able to listen into this video. I hope that you've gotten an opportunity to listen straight to the end. If you have, remember to like, share and subscribe. So just hit that subscription button just down below right there. Make sure you subscribe, because I don't want you to miss out any videos. When as soon as I drop them, I want you to be able to receive them. Make sure your notifications are turned on and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.